Good morning, everyone. This is Brad Matheny. Today is the 7th of August. This is a special gold and metals update. All right, so we're looking at a 1 hour gold chart. I just got done creating the uh, plan your trade video, and I want you guys to be aware that gold is about ready to make a pretty solid move. Now, let's take a look at the gold cycle patterns. We're sitting down over here on the 7th, which is a crush pattern. A crush pattern normally means some downward price activity. We could see a big upward move, but it's going to depend on what the markets do today. I really think that gold is going to trade into a kind of sideways flagging formation. You can almost see it. I'm going to draw it for you so you can see what's going on. We're going to come to this rejection point right across these rejection points. And we're going to come across these lows here, rejection point, coming up across right in this area. So here's where we're looking at the flag. I'll draw it out to the apex here. Come back over here, draw this out to the apex, about like that. And the real reality here is the crush pattern is probably going to send gold downward today, moderately downward into these lows again, these 24.30, 24.31 area, maybe 24.33. But again, I think this is a wonderful opportunity because I see gold then moving substantially up into this target range here, which would literally be a $45 move, $50 move up 2% over the next couple of days, meaning that once we finish today and move into end of day today, early day tomorrow, I do believe that gold is going to make a fairly strong move up into possibly let's call it the 12th, 13th, maybe 14th area. And that's going to be about a $50 move before settling. And like I said, I'm going to redraw all of this out a little bit, moving this because my initial expectations may have been a little too aggressive. And then gold is going to move into a big rally phase after this flagging pattern sets up. And I will attempt to redraw the flagging. Redraw, and redraw. And hopefully I won't get rid of that. Yeah, I did. So let's put that one back. So we're going to come back over here, and I want you to know that the move in gold here is likely going to be some sort of an apex move, rolling up into this area, then moving into a flag formation, and then rolling higher all the way up to, I think, 25.50 or higher. So be aware that this is going to be a big move, and you've got a lot of opportunity here. Ultimately, I think we're going to be targeting this 25.50 support area. Whoops. Right up here. I think it's going to be a very solid upward move. You have really two channels. You have this move here, make this heavy and dotted. And then you have this move here, make this 4 points and dotted. And these are going to be the two big channels for you to be able to catch this move in gold. You've got about a $50 move here, 2%, setting up late today, early tomorrow, for a nice solid rally phase. We got to stay above this 24.20 area. I mean, a deep low into 24.20, 24.30 would be wonderful on this pullback that I'm expecting to see today. But then we're going to move into additional flagging. Remember, the flagging over here is going to look like this. It's going to basically be here to here to here to here to here and out. And that's what our flag setup's going to look like. change a different color, purple. That's what our flag will look like setting up on the 12th, the 13th, maybe on the 14th. So right around the 13th and the 14th, end of the day on the 13th or early 14th, you should be looking for a rally phase that's going to move us way back up here to 2540, 2550, maybe a bit higher. Very big opportunities here, guys. I mean, let me explain this to you in terms of the second leg. This is what I'm calling the second leg is a $75 to $80 rally, a 3% rally in gold. And the first leg here is a $51, $52 potential rally, a 2% move in gold. And what happens here, this comes off of the deep V low we had through the panic phase. So understand that this is really a reversion trade. Let me spread this out. This is a reversion trade setting up from this big pullback. So this was the big panic mode that set up over the last couple of weeks. You can see we had the gap. We really didn't pull back very hard. We stayed in this support area, but you can see the lines that I've drawn rallying back into support, flagging out for a couple of days, and then rallying up into this new 2550 high. In my opinion, the settling of the global panic that took place over the last, call it 2 weeks, I kind of termed it the Kamala shakeout or the Kamala crush, should move gold into a very aggressive reversion trade, pushing it back up here into new highs. And really, if we were to come out here and go to weekly, I may be able to show this to you a little more clearly on the weekly chart by pointing out these levels here. So we're going to move this to 4 points, move this to 4 points, and understand that what we're talking about here is a move back into this 2550 area, away from this rolling bottom. So really, in the broader picture, we've rolled all the way up through this, topped out, rolled into sideways trading, rolled up, consolidated through the Kamala crush here, and now we're trying to roll back up into this upper channel. And that's, again, what I believe is going to happen. And I believe gold is going to make a very solid move to the upside over the next, roughly call it 2, 3, 4 weeks. I think we're going to very likely see gold make a very solid move to 2550 and then maybe consolidate a bit for a week or so and then attempt to move to 2630. That would be the third leg. And really, this is nothing more than the move that I've highlighted up into, and I'll get rid of this again, up into this expanded breakaway phase. This is the breakaway phase that I've been talking about for 2 years, folks. I've been talking about how gold is going to move into the breakaway phase and how it's going to be in a very aggressive move and then consolidate and then move. And I'm going to show you this. Hopefully it'll teach you to follow me a little bit and to understand what I'm doing, because I've been saying this now for over 2 years in my videos. And you need to be aware of this because the next big move is up into this expansion phase at 4,000. So we're getting ready to move into this green parabolic type of trending phase. But first, we've got to exceed this red channeling level here. Very aggressive moves in gold. I mean, we're talking about a near 80, 90% rally phase in gold over potentially the next 12 to 16 months, back up into this expansion phase. We've got to get out of this breakaway phase. And by my analysis, that should happen maybe right before the election. So be aware that we're, by my analysis, I think right around October, November, we could be ending the breakaway phase and moving into the transition up to the expansion phase. So we've got a lot of excitement in metals this year and next year. And again, as I'm showing you back down here, I'll go down to 2 hours. And of course, spread this out. Here we go. There is your setup for right now. This is 2 weeks right here. Big opportunity right there. Should make it a solid line. Solid line right here, guys. Huge opportunity to the upside. Leg one, consolidation into maybe the 13th or 14th, and then leg two up here, probably into about the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. Now, granted, I understand these are weekends as well, but two big legs up. And that's a total of about $100 to $130 move in gold setting up. Huge potential for those that are ready for it. And it's right here waiting for you in my video. So play smart. We still have a lot of volatility, but there's a very good chance this move's going to take place over the next 2 weeks.